all started on a farm outside Leeds. It was from there that Ralph Lawson and Carl Finlow started the label 2020Vision Recordings. The label quickly grew into one of the most hip English labels, but was, above all, convincing in its quality and stylistic diversity. Quite a lot has happened since then. Artists came and artists went, and, as with so many other labels, Ralph Lawson and his team had to struggle with the consequences of various distributors going bust. Not an easy time. Despite all of that, there appeared to be no signs of label fatigue, and thus were able to continue to look forward to lots of great records from the 2020Vision headquarters.
Clapperboard, take 2020. We started 2020Vision in 1994 because basically we were started to make music in a farmhouse outside Leeds, coming out of the sounds from that we were playing and hearing and feeling on a Saturday night at a club that we were doing called Back to Basics. And we sent out a few demos, and then the A&R guys would get back to us and they'd be like, yeah, I've no idea what this music is about at all. It's not what we do. You know, so we said, okay, well, we'll put it out ourselves, basically. You know, at the time we were really into the Detroit, you know, and but we were also really into good beats and like so we were making this kind of I suppose it's, you know, now it's kind of a boring old word, but I suppose it was just tech house. I suppose, you know, it became something I don't recognize, but at the time I suppose it was pure, you know, techno with house, tech house. So you know, that was the sound. And then we became one of maybe 5 or 6 labels, one from, you know, Manchester Paper, then there was Newphonic in London, and NRK in Bristol. There was kind of one label for each town in the UK that obviously had the same kind of idea, and at the same time, so we formed a kind of little unit, as it were. And then obviously there was we hit a good time, and then suddenly there's a UK house thing, and you know, we're touring into Europe, and you know, we've changed over the years, but I suppose that was the start. We started with no plan. There was no business plan. We're not thinking, this is not a business. This is a party. And then as we came out of that, and then, you know, I suppose as time went on, it's like, well, actually, this is my life. And then, okay, well, if it's my life, then I need to also make it, you know, my living. So I suppose you start to, you know, get more organized. So I think the key then is to always remain focused about, you know, what is important, because, you know, a lot of the things really went the wrong way. And obviously for 2020Vision, you know, we've taken different changes along the way, but, you know, I believe we're still on the same mentality. But yeah, we're much more organized now. We're sitting here in the office, and, you know, we have people working here, and we try and do our best, because I've got a responsibility now to do, you know, to make it work for everybody. So I suppose now, you know, I was the kid and now I'm more the daddy. So you know, that's how it is. The base of the original label's still there. The base of the original label was myself, and I'm still producing. It's just, you know, that it's a different project now, 2020 Sound System, because I'm, you know, I was interested in the live element. Carl still produces Rhino Factor, has a new album. Thomas Salmelis is actually the first international we ever signed. He still produces as Phonogenic. A lot of, you know, the nature of dance labels is people do make records for, you know, some come, some go, some turn it into an act that goes on to be, I don't know, Underworld or Orbital. Some people just put out some underground 12 inches and they go and do other things. I mean, you know, some of the early acts, such as Dino Terry and I'm thinking, you know, it's hard to think actually now. Yeah, to be honest, I don't think they make music at the moment, or they do make music. They have other avenues. Some people start their own label. They use it as a springboard to do their own stuff. But you know, this is just the nature of record labels. You know, I think what else is also important is that there is new talent. There is room for new people coming through. One thing that was always really important to me was that 2020Vision is based in Leeds, and it was I was from the very start it was always really the base that we try and build producers from the city and the area, and we'd have an identity from the local area. It was always really, really important. The fact that that's how the music started anyway. It was our music. We didn't start to, oh yeah, we've got to sign the next big thing. We need to sign the hit. It was never like that. So I'm also really really interested in younger people coming through. It's like I want to see 22-year-olds on 21-year-olds on the label. So we've got this guy Bernski. He's exactly that. He's 21 years old. We bring him through the club. He DJs there, makes productions. We help him with his decisions. These are the people we need to bring through. And we've got Simon Baker, who's also from Leeds, doing quite well now. Audio Jack, they're also from Leeds. We're working with them now. So we know it's like I always saw it like the local football club, and we try and bring the local players. Sometimes we have to bring some internationals to make the team strong, but the base is always try to make it from the area.